It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. We're just 2 steps away from the Super Bowl, and we're underway in this NFC divisional matchup. Deontay Hardy to return, and this drive will start inside the 25.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10. On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. He'll cobble together a yard there. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Now Rattler on the play fake. This is caught by Trey Palmer. And he is down inside the 35-yard line.
Now right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he drives that one backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Throw left side caught by Shaheed. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. From the red zone now. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Second and 3 now. It's a design run. And they find him after just a yard, and it's third down.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that, but let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
On the double. First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here we ready?
Pierce is across the line for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints finish up an excellent opening series. Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. New set of downs for him from the 31.
Three. Come on.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Play action, Sanders. Sideline shot is snagged by Hawkinson. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. A pickup of 17. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll go play action for Sanders. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down. And it's taking chances like that help make them a postseason team, Brock. They're going to need to connect on at least a couple of those in this game.
Exactly. These are the types of plays we expect from every team in the postseason, right? Well-timed risks and an aggressive mindset that reflects, well, the stakes of each and every game.
Dragon 60, 18 Cardinal, 18.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Sanders. And he's going to score a touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings finish off their opening drive. It's a T.J. Hawkinson touchdown. Went after tried good by Riker. And the Vikings start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Tight end going in motion here. Here's Rattler, 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
2nd down now, they need 7.
Here we go, set.
They run it from the gun with Kamara. Get some space around midfield. Free inside the 30. And there's not going to be a score, but great effort. He's out of bounds inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost and a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Black, 95. Hut.
From the gun, here's Pierce. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who've got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Shotgun snap to Rattler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints break the tie here in the 1st. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. Nevis with a point after. And the Saints take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Reed now to kick this one away. Fields this one at the 3. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Hut.
It's Sanders out of the pistol. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Vikings first down.
That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. It's a 14-7 game. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They've got it first to begin the frame. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Warrior 70, Viking 18.
Throwing again here, Sanders. Catch is made by the rookie out of Tennessee. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. 3rd down, here's Jones. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that. A guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
New set of downs from 37. This one's to Hawkinson outright. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Hurt. Pat the 60.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. Oh, try forcing it to the slant, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonas Sanker. Into the end zone he goes, pick 6 and a New Orleans touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there, and that is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the air following that pick 6. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by Jonas Sanker. Into the end zone he goes. Pick 6 and a New Orleans touchdown. Second time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I honestly think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough second pick 6 to watch.
And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready,
Back to work they go after the interception. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in. But out of bounds.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. The Saints are all over this one. Great work by the defense. And they come through the sack to bring around third down.
A loss of 9.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Ready? 60 by 6, 60 by... Ready?
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Caught on the comeback route. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down.
14-yard gain.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. Now we have a member of the Saints injured after that play and obviously in need of some assistance. 1st and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out.
Set. Ready?
Pierce up the middle. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also puts the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Those windows over the middle, the congestion, just the mass of people, if you're not on time and on target, you're not going to find a completion, especially on that down and distance.
Ready.
On 3rd down, here's Rattler. And is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. Isaiah Rodgers deep to return. And they'll get to this one right around, no, actually exactly at the 15-yard line.
Their own 15-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. To throw now is Sanders. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Seven Pirates.
Sanders setting the pass. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
19 target.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. And goes to the hurry up here.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Sanders going to throw here on 1st. He put everything he had into this one. That's complete inside the 35. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Ready.
On 1st down, here's Sanders. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to the air here on 2nd. Sanders. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Sanders now on third down. Flush down now to his left. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. Will Reichard now to try the Vikings field goal. This from 48 on the left hash. Reichard connects there. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
This return starts at the 5. He's brought down to end that run back, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. So we're down inside of 2 minutes remaining now in our first half. Sit tight. More coming your way from U.S. Bank Stadium after this. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go. Here we go. 40, ready.
Now Rattler on the play fake. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Let's go now.
Rattler trying again on second. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. LeBron, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Skips it short of his man, and that brings up fourth down.
You never ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
His work begins at the 31. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's first and 10. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's first and 10.
Get it. Like trap 60, trap 60. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check, check. Ready.
Now a give up the middle to Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Now Sanders. That one's complete over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota. Working quickly here.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Watch the back on this play. Dragon 60. Go.
To the air on first down. Sanders throwing deep towards the end zone. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send him back to the line for second.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Let's go. Say it. Me. 70 Timberwolves. Panther 11. Panther 70 Timberwolves. Push alert. Ready.
Working out of the gun. Sanders. Looking underneath, it's Jones. And this one doesn't go far.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready, right?
Third and long, they're going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So the Vikings will try a field goal on fourth down. Will Reichert headed out. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. Reichert connects there. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
It's only 3 points, and they're going to still trail at halftime, but every little bit helps. I'll tell you this as well. It also helps maybe later in the game. You got a fourth quarter clutch kick. To have that confidence built, that's important.
He fields it from the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half.
Here we go, set, hut, hut.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Black, 95. Hut.
Here's Rattler, first and 10. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be second down.
Here we go. Hut, hut.
Shotgun snap to Rattler. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Vikings might be able to get some points late after the interception. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10. Play action, Sanders. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. Second and 10.
Warrior 70. Viking 18.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Into traffic, complete. Short pickup to their own 31. Sent to the ground by Pete Werner. And we'll pause here for an injured Saints player. Looks like he's pretty shaken up. They'll get someone out to look at him.
Ready.
6 yards to go here. It's third down.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80.
From the gun, Jones gets it. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Here we go. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They'll go play action for Sanders. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Saints have it down near the opposing 40 after the return is stopped.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Down. Set.
They'll go right back to Pierce. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints push their lead further to start the half. Revis now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Saints go up by 19.
Vikings 16.
Reed now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31.
Go.
Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Reno. Ready.
Jones once more. Continuing to move past the 45. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
Staying on the ground here with Jones. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Hawk below 18. Ready.
Sanders going to look to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Jonas Sanker. And the Saints get it as he makes his 3rd interception of this game. Now, depending on which side of the ball you're looking at here, Brock, things have either been very sharp or they've been just awful to start this second half. 2 drives, 2 interceptions now.
And where do you think I'm looking, Kate?
Oh, I know. Where you been looking?
Oh, it's a miserable place to be as a quarterback, just knowing you're hurting your team, not even giving yourself a chance, giving the ball away.
Black shot.
Throwing from his own end zone. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
And that's completed right side. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. This play goes for 36. And that's good for a Saints first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that kid.
Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Point after by Mevis is good. And the Saints continue piling onto this lead.
Vikings 16.
Reed now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. I'll start with a give to Jones. Shoots away from one. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
All right, this is A.J. Dillon. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
It's Dillon here on 2nd down. And he'll scrape together a few yards, but not much. 3rd down coming up.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They turn to Mason on 3rd down. And he is not going to be able to reach that marker. Got it close, but it sets up 4th and less than a yard now.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Here we go. Ready,
They'll run for it with Mason. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
4th down, pressure on him. He was not backing down for a second. Nice effort to carry the rock. More importantly, for his offense to get a 1st down.
70 Lions. Ready, ready.
1st down, play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go. Go, go, go. 6, go.
To throw now is Sanders. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings get it back to a 19-point deficit. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10.
Set. Ready, ready.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. It's the Saints with the ball, trying to keep their postseason run going.
Got it.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Check. Right. Cut.
Right back it goes to Pierce. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Man in motion, out of the slot. It's Kamara on third down. And he does not get to that line. Looked for a moment like he might get there, but nope, fourth down coming up. So out now comes the punter. Jake Bailey's going to kick it away. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Sanders now. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready.
Throwing again here, Sanders. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Oh no, they get him yet again. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Saints are finally dragged down after the turnover and a great return back to the opposing 35.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Handoff running right. Pierce. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
On the carry. Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
3rd down, and they need to get 10.
Set. Ready.
They'll run here with Pierce. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. You gotta be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives them a 1st down. Running it after the penalty. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Mevis now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Saints grow their lead yet again.
Saints 49, Vikings 23.
Reed now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
Their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Back to work after throwing the pick. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Sanders going to throw here on 1st. He's trying to push the field. Catch is made in close. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings putting up points in a game decided. Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Vikings get it back to a 19-point deficit. Down by 3 scores, their hand is forced. They're going to try the onside kick here.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
And no problem for the Saints. They cover it up. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Counter give to Kamara. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and saying these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers. But they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he picks him up about 4 yards there. 2nd down coming up.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 43. Set.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Caught behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It can be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
And this one does not get close. He stopped after 3, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to make the advantage 22.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
He's brought down to end that run back, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Vikings hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Go.
Back to throw. Here's Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. After the sack, defense has got to be feeling good. Here comes 2nd and 12. Trying to push deep downfield. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock. The problem's on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Quincy Riley on the coverage.
And it's trap 60, trap 60. Viking 18. Ready.
It's Sanders out of the pistol. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready, ready?
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Big gain downfield. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
70, check on Kevin Pirates, Kevin Pirates. Check up.
On 1st down, here's Sanders. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Well, if nothing else, that proves they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to connect.
Riggs, Riggs. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Dragon 60. Ready.
Back to the air here on 2nd. Sanders. Trying to push deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings get it back to within 2 possessions. 2-point attempt coming. Sanders getting his offense set.
The Vikings will line up for the
Back to 60.
2-point
Back to
conversion.
60.
And this is going to be Cobb getting aggressive as they trail in this game, and that takes them 2 points closer.
52.
That's about trust. Trust in your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
And that's recovered by the Saints, who are going to win this football game. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Here we go.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down.
Ready.
Design quarterback run here.
Set.
Lining up to take a knee on second down.
Yellow. 43.
So this a win on the road for the Saints. And they pulled off the rare and elusive road win in the postseason, which means their journey stays alive another week as they head to the conference championship, where they're going to get a shot to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl.
I've been dealing, feeling, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us, still ride with a in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the higher. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers. Karma, with your energy harness. If I'm back in the corner, I might get it clicking until I just feel a nirvana. I see blood in the water, homies are gone, he couldn't see the piranhas. Got it hot as Nevada, I'm from the bottom, on treacherous timing. They'll pop your melon in front of those seeds over that beef and broccoli. He poked his chest, now he can't breathe over that ego popping. I put that glass on my wrist and went window shopping. Gotta sow your seeds, they wouldn't believe on all of the fruits that blossom. Got the enemy toppled, I got the energy turning like 20 more notches. I've been trusting the process, no other option really is bigger than me. Got infinity stones inside of me deep, and I let the chakras speak. I will not retreat, you can never compete, your flesh is way too weak. I've been dealing, feeling, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching, God is beside us. Still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the higher. These ain't come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers. I was stuck in the state of me trying to survive. I was ready to rise and ready to thrive and cut off the poisonous ties. Ain't no heart in the game, but even the courage we live in the wizard of Oz. Get the money and change, we ruin the vibes and checking and jiving. In a turbulent time, and we need a spiritual teaching to keep us alive. No more selling us lies or selling beside me while the enemy hide. Yeah, I'm feeling a change in order. Treading dangerous waters, the demise of falsely idols. Get exposed through cold and morals. Ooh. I get the remedy, God is the centerpiece. Pray for my enemies, pray for my enemies. I get the tendency, you kinda finicky, huh? Dot on his head, dot on his nose. Follow the lamb, don't follow the goat. Pray for the homie, he died from. I've been healing, feeling, shedding skin till I make my